What's up, you guys? It's Aditi. Welcome to my channel. I'm really thankful and grateful to you that you actually clicked on this video. Today, being the first video, we are going to start with introduction to psychology. But before I speak about the history behind psychology and how psychology came to be known, I just thought that I would break psychology down to begin with.
Just because generally people use YouTube to find out if psychology is for them or not. They're figuring stuff out, figuring themselves out.
So, just to give you a little background, I'm just going to explain what psychology is. So, basically, everybody knows that psychology is a scientific study of behavior and mental processes. So, how we behave externally with people, with our surroundings, in the situation, or internally. So, how we perceive our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. So, I explained what the definition of psychology is. But to understand psychology, and if you have to explain it to a layman, I would just say psychology is a wheel. It encompasses everything. Or another way I would put it is psychology is an umbrella. Under the umbrella, you have different subfields and sub-subfields. So psychology has 5 main fields. The first field of psychology we are going to talk about is biological psychology or biopsychology in short. This branch of psychology studies the relationship between the functioning of the brain and the behavior of a person. Biopsychology studies the emotions, thoughts, and feelings that are affected by the nervous system and the neurotransmitters. This branch of psychology also tries to understand, and they also study that if a particular area of a brain is affected, how it affects the other functioning of the human body as well. In this branch of psychology, they also study how the drugs affect the nervous system and the neurotransmitters and the brain as well. As the name suggests, it's a combination of biology, which is the brain and the nervous system and neurotransmitters, and psychology, behavior. The second topic we're going to talk about is clinical psychology. I think everybody is interested and inclined towards clinical psychology. In simple words, clinical psychology is diagnosis and treatment of people with psychological disorders. To name a few, we have depression and anxiety and OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. There's borderline personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder, bipolar disorder. There are way too many. And there is this DSM 4 and DSM 5 that actually define all of these psychological disorders. DSM stands for Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. It's treated like a Bible by clinical psychologists and I guess even psychiatrists. And there are definitions of all the psychological disorders in DSM 4, and there's a new one that has come up a few years ago. I'll put it on the screen because I don't remember when it has come. So that's clinical psychology. The third one that we have is developmental psychology. As the name suggests, developmental psychology is study of human from the day you are born till the day you die. Study of how behavior and your abilities change throughout your lifespan. It looks into everything basically. It looks into your physical, cognitive, personality, and social development. The easy way to remember is that developmental psychology is the study of behavior and abilities that change throughout your lifespan from the day you are born till the day you die. The fourth one is cognitive psychology. So, cognitive psychology is concerned with how we perceive, think, and solve problems. It also studies other mental processes like language use, perception, creativity, attention, memory. The term cognition means mental processes. That's it. So, cognitive psychology is going to be study of mental processes, that is attention, memory, thinking, problem solving, language use, and the last and the fifth type of psychology is social psychology. It is a study of human behavior that is influenced by the people around him, the people surrounding him, the society, and everybody else. It's a scientific study of a person's feelings, thoughts and behavior that are influenced by an actual, imagined, or implied presence of others. Now, there are subfields of psychology which are drawn from these main five fields of psychology. Like we have neuropsychology, which is a combination of neuroscience and biopsychology. So neuroscience and biopsychology come together to form neuropsychology. Then we have psychiatry, which comes from clinical psychology. We have industrial and organizational psychology, which is what our HR people need, human resources in any company, in any corporate field. One studies the behavior of employees. This psychology also studies how we can use some psychological tips and tricks to actually increase their work progress and how to change their work behavior. It's a study of how they can reduce stress of employees, how to get more feedback from their employees, how to increase their motivation so they work more. They also study about job satisfaction and performance evaluation and leadership. There's another one that's counseling. So counseling psychology is where you talk to each other. The therapist or the psychologist sits with you and you guys have a conversation and you have family matters, if you have marital issues, if you have parental issues, if you need career counseling, guidance, you have stress related issues, you go and talk to a psychologist and they counsel you. So that's counseling psychology. One that I'm not sure if it stems from social psychology or it's a different field on its own, is socio-cultural psychology. Socio-cultural psychology, as the name suggests, brings two areas of study together. One is social psychology and one is cultural psychology. Social psychology, I've already explained, we already know what social psychology is. Cultural psychology is ethnicity, gender, community, caste, family traditions and customs and all of that, and how that affects a person and how that influences a person. How that influences a person's behavior, thoughts and feelings and emotions. This is one that I've never heard before, is engineering psychology. So engineering psychology is a study of operations and technology and systems that the humankind would need. So recently I saw this advertisement of a car which turns on its headlights when it's dark and it's night time. I mean, एक button ही तो move करना है and we have the headlights on. I mean, why do we need all of this innovation and technology? This is what engineering psychology is all about. Trying to figure out what kind of innovations humans would need. Another one subfield is personality psychology. It is to say how our personality influences our behavior. It also tries to show how people are individually different and behave differently due to psychological factors. Another one that we have is community psychology. This is also a part of social psychology, I believe, because they try to bring the social psychology and the physical environment together. So they would not just try to hit on the problem that there is, but they will also go a little bit further and spread apart and just see in the whole area. An example that I can think of is that if there is a bullying problem in school, they would not just try to stop bullying problem in school by just talking to the students, but they will go a step further, two steps further, and they will see why this is happening. So they would study the whole school and the whole neighborhood to see how this bullying started and and how it was encouraged, and then they would move further and they will see how it can be eradicated. So it's not just individual or a few people, but it's the whole community that they look at. Another one that we have is forensic psychology. This is related to the criminal justice system. There are a lot of things that this branch of psychology looks at. It looks at the credibility of the witness, the state of mind of the accused. In family matters, they will evaluate the child. They will advise the police regarding psychological disorders and mental illnesses. They will also work with attorneys and consult them on mental health issues, in the court system. They will also work with trauma survivors. They will also design correctional programs and a bunch of other things. I think I'm going to end this video on a positive note with positive psychology. So positive psychology is fairly new. Like there's not much about positive psychology as compared to clinical or counseling or biopsychology. So it basically explores positive emotions, positive traits, basically just optimism and just making sure how humans can be positive and lead a positive life, which is another reason why I started this YouTube channel. It looks for positive aspects of human life such as happiness, optimism, well-being, social connectedness. Positive psychology believes that people can lead meaningful and fulfilling lives. It also tries to cultivate this in people to enhance their experiences of love, work, and play. So this is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching and staying for so long. I hope I helped you in some way or the other. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any other questions or if you want me to make any video on any topic, please leave it in the comment section below. And please subscribe to my channel for more content relating to psychology and mental health, and it would really boost and motivate me to make more content for you guys. So thank you so much. Until next time.